So let's talk about something that sounds kind of crazy at first, the hidden blessing when things just don't go our way. It's an idea that honestly, it'll flip everything you think you know about success and failure completely upside down. I mean, seriously, who hasn't, right? You spend all this time mapping everything out, you think you've connected every single dot, you've planned for every possibility, and then, bam, the whole thing just goes sideways. And it feels awful, like a total crushing failure.
But what if that exact moment, that point where your brilliant plan shatters into a million pieces, what if that's actually a good thing? What if it's the absolute best thing that could have happened to you? That's the wild idea we're going to unpack today.
Okay, so to really get this, we first have to look at the problem with our plans themselves, and more specifically why our own logic, as smart as we think we are, is actually pretty limited.
Just think about it for a second. Whenever you make a plan, you're using your logical brain. You're pulling from your past experiences, from what you currently know, and from what just seems, well, reasonable. It's basically a closed loop. It can only create outcomes based on the data it already has. It can't really invent something brand new out of thin air.
So, if our own logic is kind of stuck in a box, what's the alternative? Well, this is where we bring in this really cool concept called the creative flow. This is a power that works completely outside the little boundaries of our personal plans.
So what is it exactly? You can think of the creative flow as this underlying universal force, and its whole job is to take our thoughts, our intentions, our daydreams, our visions, and turn them into actual physical reality. It's the ultimate bridge between what's in your head and what's in your hands.
And the way the sources talk about this is just awesome. They call it an alchemical force, like turning lead into gold, and they call it the engine that powers manifestation. And these aren't just fancy words, they're describing its actual job. It's the real, active, transformative power that makes things happen.
And this brings us to the most important part. For this bigger, more powerful, more creative force to do its thing, our small, logical plans sometimes have to break. It's a classic showdown, logic versus flow.
Let's just put these two side by side, because the difference is everything. On one side, you've got your logical mind. It's predictable, it likes to be in control, and it's stuck inside your limited point of view. But then you have the creative flow. It's completely unpredictable, it's full of surprises, and it works outside the rules of logic. It can see pathways and possibilities that you literally can't even dream up from where you're standing.
So how does this whole thing work in practice? It's actually a simple, kind of beautiful three-step dance. It all starts with a mental image, your desire, your dream. Then, that alchemical force, the creative flow. It grabs that intention and starts working on it. And the final step, a tangible experience. Your thought becomes a real thing in the world. Simple, but so powerful.
Okay, this is where it gets really practical and fun. If this creative flow is actually happening in your life, how would you even know? How can you tell that you're aligned with it? Well, the signs are probably not what you'd expect.
And here it is, the big mind shift. The things we usually call failures are actually signals. That unexpected detour your career just took. That huge obstacle that popped up and seems to be blocking you. That random opportunity that came out of nowhere. Any event that messes with your plan is a positive sign. It's proof that something way bigger is at play.
Yeah, these aren't setbacks. The source material calls them plot twists, which is just perfect, isn't it? And these plot twists, they're showing you that you've plugged into an intelligence that is so much bigger than your own, one that sees solutions and opportunities that were totally invisible to your logical mind when you were making your little plan.
And when you start to see your life this way, I'm telling you, everything changes. You stop trying to force and control every single little outcome, and you start to just embrace the process. And that's the magic moment you shift from thinking things are impossible to knowing they're inevitable.
There's this one line from the source that just nails it perfectly. It says, "This is the process that transforms what once seemed impossible into what becomes inevitable. It's all about letting go of your tight grip on your plan, so that a much better one has the space to unfold."
So I'll leave you with this question. The next time one of your perfect, well-thought-out plans completely falls apart, what are you going to see? Are you going to see a failure? Or are you going to see a signal, a sign that you are connected to something bigger, something that is leading you to a future you couldn't have even imagined for yourself? What will you see?